get started here. My friend Lee sent me a new tarot deck. It's called the Light Seers Tarot. And I'm going to go through it card by card. So yesterday was 78th day, and then there's 78 cards. So today's 77. Okay. And the card I pulled was the Nine of Wands to start. Okay. Now, the Nine of Wands in this book is a little different than mine. Mine is like well, they're the same, but mine's the Indian with the wolf on the stick. And I call it my victory card. Okay. And this one is basically determination, resilience. Don't give up now, you're almost there. As you round the corner towards success, something may surface that threatens your feelings of security and achievement. It's important to remember how far you've come. So it's an ending to the old, and that would be a perfect way to start a tarot deck. But I'm going to continue to use my Mage tarot deck, which is Mage, like the magician, because that's my deck. And this deck I will use to clarify when I'm finished, and I will also do a reading for Lee for the first reading. But until then, I will go through it one card at a time and break it into me and my energy. It takes a while. I don't just open up a deck and decide to do it. Now, I don't normally do any decks except mine, but Lee sent it to me, and she's also the person that gave me the St. Michael deck. So I'm just letting you know all this, and she gave me this about 15 years ago, and my Mage deck is about 40 years old. And just letting you know the update. So in about 77 days, I'll do a reading for her, 78 days, and then I will start using it as a clarifier. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and see what St. Michael has to say. And what I read from you about not giving up, I still keep using the analogy of being on the 1 yard line in football. And you don't just give up and walk away. Even if you're losing, I mean, you don't. You still play the game. But especially if you're winning, and we're winning. So just don't give up. Keep pushing through. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get some cards here. I like to shuffle them in front of you because of the fact that I like the fresh energy. When I shuffle them before I come on, that's totally fine, and it gives it more time to sit, but I don't study it and then script it. This is never edited, always live, always authentic, never edited. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. St. Michael says, be gentle with yourself. I think we've got this card all week. Be gentle with yourself. It's been coming up a lot. And it's so rainy and cold here, it's going to be easy to watch the movies you wanted to watch. And St. Michael says, forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. Okay, so once again, we're all about self. We're all about us forgiving ourselves and quit beating ourselves up and saying that we did wrong or we're doing wrong or we suck, because we don't. And as the devil came up yesterday, that's the way that the devil can get us, is through lowering our vibe. And that's what he's trying to do. And guess what? It's not going to work, is it? No, it's not going to work. Okay. Now we have, look at what card came out. on the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Wands. The exact card I just told you was the first card in my new deck. Overall energy of this reading is the Nine of Wands. Now, I just did all that in front of you. Can't make that up, huh? But it's just wild. Yeah, Nine of Wands. So that's my victory card. I don't have to look for it. They're showing you right there. Nine of Wands. Now that makes me want to read a little bit more on here. It says, don't see minor deceleration as a symbol of failure. Step into your resilience, your last stand, your one final push to complete this task. And tomorrow, stunning light, you can rest. Wow, huh? Isn't that wild? So that's the Nine of Wands in the new deck. And the Nine of Wands just came up on the bottom of our deck, the Mage deck. Okay, very good. We're going to continue on. What did I say? My deck is called the Mage, and the first card out is the Mage. That would have been really cool to do it that way, and the cards just did it that way, see? This stuff blows my mind. It blows every card reader's mind. And welcome, Kim. Hi, Bianca. Yeah, isn't that wild? So the first card out is the Magician, and that's how this works. It works like a magician. And welcome, Kim. First time here live, I think. That's awesome. I was just saying the Nine of Wands, first card out in the Light Seer deck. My deck is the Mage. First card out is the Magician. So that's just confirmation that the energy is just backed up by the cards. Okay, we have go forward fearlessly. Go forward fearlessly. St. Michael saying, the person that you're asking about is trustworthy. So especially Kim, if it's first time here, this is a trustworthy station. We're guided by the light. We'll go ahead and do our invocation. Our invocation is, I will call in the highest, best, most loving possible guides and angels of the light who can most serve. Please come in, connect, and channel through me now. That's from the Angel Book. And okay, so we're going to continue on. Now, it wants you to forget about the guilt. It wants you to put back the sorrow and the pain from the past. This is the Five of Cups, walking away from the guilt and remorse. It wants you to contemplate, Five of Pentacles. Contemplate on the future. Think big, think universe-wise. Don't just think matrix box, okay? I want you to think universal. Now, at night, we're on all different dimensions. And when we come back and we wake up, we forget. So it's kind of hard, I know. But we have to keep that spiritual line of thought going. Okay, there's challenges. People are facing challenges right now. That's no doubt. And there's Eight of Wands is a communication card. So maybe you're going to hear something that's challenging. And you're going to have to contemplate, not think of the past, and be in magician spirit. Now remember, the magician spirit with the Nine of Cups being the all over energy is that 1 yard line again, that don't give up, that final push, that determination. So there may be a little bit of challenging news coming. That's what it looks like. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer is in reverse. So somebody's not using their imagination enough, or when the news comes in, you're going to be like, oh, wow, what do I do? And that's where you're going to have to use your imagination to see the answer. But it was in reverse. Okay, so you may not do that at first. At first, you may be like, oh, what am I going to do? This is just unbelievable. And remember that it said not to give up. It said that it's the final push. So that's not exactly easy. That's like a 5 of Swords, challenges. Okay, so this is making sense to me. Okay, the High Priestess is underneath the Magician, and the High Priestess is the Magician card for the female. So you got male and female, masculine, feminine, intuition, secrets, magic, right underneath the Magician. So you're totally going to have to use your spirit side. You're absolutely going to have to contemplate. That was confirmation. You're going to have to contemplate all of the challenges and all of the ideas. Okay, this is your life's purpose. Okay, so remember, we're working on a soul contract. This is your life's purpose. Remember, it said to go forward fearlessly. It's all that 9 of Wands energy. If you do all this, we're going to be happy because this is the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is an abundance card. It's a happy card. It's a card saying that you won the game. Okay? So that 1 yard line, you crossed over into the touchdown area. For those of you who don't know football, you probably still can figure out what I'm saying there. That's under the 5 of Cups. Balance, balance, balance. You see the color match? Okay, this is the contemplation card, 5 of coins. This is the 2 of coins. It's balance. You see the infinity sign. You see the color match. It's even the same color that I have on today. All right. So it's that light green. Okay. And it's balance. Got to put everything in balance. So whatever you're contemplating, put it into balance. Underneath the challenges card, we have the action card, another page of questing, which is the page of wands. Now, what I'm drawn to is if you look here, she has a bat in her hand for the challenges. In the questing, she has the skeletons in her hand. Okay, that reminds me of thinking about past, okay, as in past lives, bringing up all of that cell memory. I also see her as Wonder Woman right now. I've never said that before, but I see her as Wonder Woman, and I see her on this card as she was in the ancient days, and then I see her now as Wonder Woman with her lasso. So this is saying, remember who you are, High Priestess. Remember all your lives. Remember who you are, what's all in you. That way you can get through these challenges. This is what we look like today. All right, that's really cool. And then we have the Fool card in reverse. So that's just telling me that your new beginning and your fresh start isn't quite here yet. Some communication has to come in, and what we just talked about has to transpire. And once you use your imagination and you see the answer and you contemplate and you use your wisdom from the past, you use your magic, you use all of it, then the leap of faith has to happen and the new beginning starts. But since it was in reverse, it hasn't quite happened yet. But it's saying that you're going to have to take that leap of faith. But not quite yet. You have to wait until it happens. Oh, that's a cool reading. This is a really great reading. And the last thing is, know that you're guarded and protected, and so are your children. Okay? And the card that's sticking to the back of you, your children are watched over, is honor and trust your feelings in reverse. So somebody's not believing that they're children and that they are guarded and protected. And we got this all week too. Somebody's doubting their feelings. So, ye of little faith. This is just saying to have more faith. You know, we didn't get this far to get dropped on our head. Confirmation again. Okay, so that's your reading. It's short and sweet, but I understood it perfectly. Now, if you didn't grasp it, go back and listen to it because this was awesome. This was just a really great reading. And spend more time outside and shield yourself. And in California, bring an umbrella. And we'll pull one more as the Empress. So you're in your Empress power. Just like I said with the Magician and the High Priestess. You got this. Especially if you're watching this and you know that it's coming, that really helps. So thanks for being here, Bianca and Kim, because this is like, you know, it's like a warning. If you know it's coming, then you can use your imagination and your powers and know that it's not an easy fix. It's not something like, oh, I got a flat tire, I'm just going to go get a new tire. It's like my whole car's totaled and I don't have any resources to get a new one. And I have to be somewhere tomorrow and. So take that leap of faith and start your new beginning. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. Okay, that was a great reading. Thanks for listening, you guys. And blessings to you, Kim. Thank you.